Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our nation has to offer, especially healthcare. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.
Well, Sunday morning. With us today, like every Sunday, is Lynn Shaw to tell us how the heck do we protect our kids and things to worry about. Well, Lynn, give us an update.
Good morning, John. First off, I have to say great big thanks to you for providing this platform on the Cats Roundtable that we can talk every week about these most urgent issues surrounding safety for our kids in real time and online. So I've got a doozy for you this week because, John, you're always bringing up to me how worried you are about AI, artificial intelligence, and our kids. And a brand new study came out. AI hallucinations. Did you hear me? Hallucinations. So this sounds very, spacey, futuristic, but it's happening right under our own roofs. Artificial intelligence is hallucinating, and that's the term experts are now using when machines are appearing to be so confident. They're making things up. Now, this should stop right now. Every parent, every grandparent listening, cold. Our kids are reading AI. They're using it for homework. They're asking questions they have about life, and they're believing anything they're told from a machine. If we do one thing, John, we say AI, artificial intelligence, is a machine. It is not human. When a machine fabricates reality, and it seems like it's correct, it has some sort of authority. A child who still has that, developing brain and they're still learning, they have a hard time separating truth from fiction. So we're not talking about science fiction right now. This is digital childhood in 2026. And we know over 50% of kids admit they have an AI chatbot companion. They think it's a friend of theirs. Again, AI chatbot equals machine. These are machines that they really can't have feelings. They really can't, dive into your mind and help you. What's scary about this is they're making things up. Where do they get their information from that they're then relaying back to the child? They're scraping the internet. That's where things are coming up, and kids are believing them. So what we want to do is tell everybody about this, and we need something called AI literacy in America. This goes for adults and it goes for children. But right now, this system of AI hallucination, which is being coined by the experts, is this system encountering a child and giving them answers to things, which means if you don't use the muscle of the brain, it's going to die. So the kids are doing nothing. They're becoming more isolated and more relying on technology, and they don't even realize it's technology. So remember, adolescents, kids, they're still, in that critical stage of developing their brains for critical thinking and skepticism and skills, right? But they trust the technology because they've been born in the digital bubble, and for them, they feel like this is what it is. So they're believing these inaccurate outputs, and they're using it a lot for homework. They're using it a lot. We know the harms caused from the internet because there's so much information on it, so much wrong information, that kids are depending on it. They might feel anxious. They think they're anxious. Everybody's anxious these days. They might feel depressed. They might want to be looking at a food. They might want to be looking up something they heard about. They don't know what it means, and they're getting answers. Where are these answers coming from? So this is a big emotional kind of reliance our kids are having on AI, artificial intelligence. And we have to get into the schools. We need concrete programs of AI literacy. Parents have to understand. Kids have to understand. Teachers have to understand. We as Americans have to understand what is going on because this is completely out of control. So I've got some take actions. I want everybody to listen up and listen good. We have to teach our kids verification habits early. Show them. Look, we live in an AI world, a digital world. this is the reality. Love it or hate it, it's here. So let's work with it. So show the kids how to cross-check any AI answers with trusted, vetted sources. Also, young kids. We have kids as young as 4, 5, 6 with the AI in the toys. Supervise your children, especially a little bit older, if they're asking you for advice. Don't let them just be on the internet alone. Ask them every single day. Do something with them. They want us to help them. If they're going to use it then for homework, they have to check sourcing. This is something, there are no quick fixes and answers. Teachers are reporting to me, when fifth graders are handing in these glossy, beautiful essays and they all seem the same, they are using AI. So if you're going to use it, you know what, and the kids are going to use it, you've got to confirm, original citations. You've got to do some critical thinking with the kids, get them to further research. But you really have to, something I'm a broken record, John, I say it all the time, have these open conversations about digital reality and explain that AI, it doesn't really know truth, it's a machine, and you've got to encourage critical thinking over fast answers, over convenience. AI can assist. We know there's a lot of good with it in the medical field, all that science, all that, in helping companies perhaps. But you know what? It should never replace independent thought. And for our kids with those critical, developing years with the brains, John, we are doing a disservice to our children. I always say our future American adults and leaders, and we've got to talk about this yesterday. We've got to all be on top of it because 2026, everyone must and can be involved in all of this. And our hashtag is Community Creates Change. We want everyone to follow lynswarriors.org and start opening up and talking to the kids.
Lynn, thank you for protecting all our children, and God bless you and God bless America. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John. Let's talk again soon.
Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our nation has to offer, especially health care. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.